hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song, but then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang, gang. West Coast with that gang, gang. Global with that gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with that gang, gang. West Coast with that gang, gang. Global with that gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with that gang, gang. West Coast with that gang, gang. Global with that gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with that gang, gang. West Coast with that gang, gang. Global with that gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas ain't using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me?
He's heating up!
Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with the Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got it. Get the fuck up out your little bubble.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Destroy it! Throw it in the fire! Just let it go!
As a small fat who is also white,
Pizza is a vegetable.
Skinny privilege literally exists.
I'm sharing my own lived experience.
Sexy fishes!
I'm perfectly healthy.
Lazy little beach.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me!
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
we fight!
He's heating up!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 21 hundo and 72 of the Daily Mother. Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Madcast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beesh.
Fucking Catalina wine.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam. Happy Sunday Funday Q&Anus. We are here. We are taking live questions and, of course, questions from the interwebs as well. So you can get started and drop your comments down below. If you got a question, drop it live. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Fam, we have a great show today. I'm sure we're going to get into it. And, of course, if it's your first Mancast, make sure you subscribe and check out all the links over there at thedailyswole.com. Links in the description and show notes down below. Share the stream, fam. We're live. Hello. Think, McFly, think. Share the stream. Share the Mancast. Of course, if you got someone who loves making sick fucking gains in your life, make sure you share so they can come and ask some questions and make some gains with Papa and the fam. How we doing, Breeches? Beaches and Breeches. Tyler, Jen, Josh, Brittany, Kaylin, everyone, Joe turning in for the live stream. Pedro, what's going on, fam? How we doing? Lacey, Alabastard, what up? Brittany, Brianna, Lee, we are ready to fucking go.
He's heating up!
We're all heating up. So let's just jump right into today's episode. Let's bust this nut open. Let's summon the Falcon, and we'll start taking those questions. You control the show today. Drop your questions in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And of course, after we bust the nut, we'll talk about what we got going on this week, because do we ever have some good shit going on? We do. We do. We just do. All right, Falcon, let's get this party started. Falcon. Let's fucking go, bish.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Oh, Lefroig isn't he a happy gentleman? Leo, put the fucking sparkling bone broth down. Put it down, everyone. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. It is the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Funday Q&Anus, and we have a beautiful, beautiful Swole card. Drop that in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. Okay, so we got no tip. We just got pure knowledge cock today, but I know you like it. I know you like it. I know you dig. I know you dig. Someone's asking in the comments, because I guess it's Easter, if Jesus was swole. Yeah, he had a sick front double biceps. Get it? Get it? Yeah. Too soon? Too soon? Couple thousand years too early. It happens. It happens to the best of us. All right. I hope you're enjoying your day with your friends, with your family. If your family sucks, well, this Swole fam does not suck. And we are here to pick up the slack. So drop in the comments down below. What are you eating today? What are you smashing? What are you doing? What are you getting done? You know, in all honesty, we are asking if Jesus was swole. From every picture, from from every mock-up that I see, he was ripped. He was fucking ripped. 6-pack abs, shredded to the bone. Of course, he was dehydrated and starving to death, I suppose. But, you know, I mean, he was lean. He was lean and mean. He was lean and mean. Diet culture, right? I mean, diet culture, you know? It's the patriarchy. It's the patriarchy. It's diet culture. It's the systemic diet culture or something, I suppose. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Jen, no time to be tainty because it's Easter. Fuck the peeps and give me some steak. It's the weirdest thing. You got this hardcore, you know, this holiday or event around religious reasons. Then you have chocolate and marshmallow birds and shit. It's the weirdest fucking commercialized. They tried to commercialize it so hard, and they did. But then when you step back and actually look at it, there's no logic behind it. It's a weird thing. It's a weird day. It's weird what is pushed on Easter if you're not religious. It's kind of a strange disconnect. It's like, hey, what can we sell? We can sell more sugar. Well, how are we going to do it? Let's put it in egg form. Let's make eggs. How about that? Let's make some fucking eggs. Let's put some cream inside it. Ooh, everyone likes some cream in their eggs, don't they? All right. So drop your questions down below. Let's see what we got here. Ren, active recovery day and haven't eaten anything as of yet. I hear ya. Brittany eating ribeye and berries. Today was a Swolga day. Very nice. Brian, chest and triceps. Now I'm cooking chicken breast, brown rice, and asparagus for the week. Good man. Let's see here. Alabaster peeps are gross. I agree. It's disgusting, nasty shit. And let's see here. Christine. I meal prepped and brought my own food to this family gathering. Gains and goals. Don't care about holidays. Swole privilege. Fuck yeah.
Yow.
Loud and clear. Okay, so we got an announcement tomorrow. Tomorrow we have our live call accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time, so be there. If you're not yet a member, join now, swolenormousx.com. All memberships get access to the private live streams. We stream this podcast live in our private Telegram chat every single day. We have several Telegram chats, so you can talk on various subjects no matter what time of day it is, no matter where you live in the world. It's a great way to connect with your Swole fam. We got the private Facebook group. We have swolenormousx.com with all the programs and meditation. But tomorrow is our famous accountability meeting, 12 noon. We have a live call. We got new releases. We have awesome Swole fam posts, and we'll take some live callers. Members can come up on stage and ask questions or just, you know, hold themselves accountable, share a story, share a success story, or share a failure, and just kind of plug in. It's going to be a great time. Last week's was fucking lit, so tomorrow is going to be lit all the same. Plus, we got new releases and new announcements of the schedule for this coming week and what we have going down. Remember, we also have that overtime segment that went live last Friday, day before yesterday. My God, it was just day before yesterday. Overtime is live inside Swole TV, so if you missed the bonus segment after Friday's live stream, catch that available now inside Swole TV. All right, let's get into some questions. Here we go, Beaches. That's all I got for you right now. We'll talk about some more stuff. But tomorrow during the live call, we'll get into that a little bit more. Let's see here. All right, Brittany, are inverted rows a good alternative if you can't do a pull-up? They are. Make sure you do your negatives with your inverted rows. Do your negatives, do a nice, slow, eccentric. I definitely recommend doing isometrics at the top of your pull-ups, doing dead hangs all the way down, full extension from a bar with your feet dangling. That way you can build up your grip strength, but also doing negatives from a standard pull-up bar. So you could do, the inverted rows are a progression, but of course, if you make the inverted rows harder and you go more and more horizontal, you're not really hitting the same movement as you will need during a pull-up. So while inverted rows are great, the more challenging you make an inverted row, in fact, you're actually not hitting the right angle for a pull-up. So just keep that in mind, but definitely practice your negatives with the inverted row. And you can use bands when it comes to the negatives with a pull-up, but you need to use a very light band, minimal band in order to do a negative. But I wouldn't just do up and down with the bands. That kind of, in my opinion, is more of a waste of time. You're going to do much better by just using the band to assist your negative in order to get your first pull-up. And we have that pull-up masterclass in the masterclass section if you haven't checked it out. Tyler, Papa Swolio, overtime will be every Friday, correct? Currently, it is on Fridays. So every Friday, that's not guaranteed, but for now, it's going to be, you can expect it on Fridays. So for now, but we can rotate. Overtime can be on any day, technically, but we've been doing it on Fridays. Starting it on Fridays. Jardel, What up? Papa Swolio, what would you tell someone who says they can't lose weight because of medication? What are your thoughts? Well, some medications actually, a side effect is weight gain. If you look into your medication, whatever medications you're taking, whatever you're referencing, most of the time the side effects are worse than the actual issue that you're taking the medication for. One of the problems with medications is that they're not there to actually get you better. They're there to mask the symptoms, so it doesn't solve the problem and usually causes more. So a lot of times you'll take a medication that can actually cause other side effects where you just start taking additional medications to deal with the side effects of the initial medication. And rather than change your lifestyle habits and get to the source, you start stacking meds. And before you know it, you have a medicine cabinet full. Why do we have a medicine cabinet? Why do you have a cabinet full of medicine, right? You should be taking care of your health. So if you have, eventually you're on 5 or 10 medications because of all the side effects and issues. And if someone says they can't lose weight because of medication, it's possible. But I would get to the root cause. If they have poor lifestyle habits and they're taking medication, that's a problem. A lot of times people will take a medication and their lifestyle habits suck. And they're like, well, I can't lose weight because of medication. Bullshit. You trash your health still, and you're taking a Band-Aid in order to cover up the symptoms. So people need to get off their fucking high horse or get on their high horse and start taking some fucking personal responsibility. You know, stop outsourcing your health. Stop acting like this pill is going to make it all better. I don't feel the pain anymore. Well, you're still destroyed. You're still morbidly obese and you still eat garbage and you don't take care of yourself. So yeah, there is no magic pill to make you feel better aside from changing your lifestyle habits. So if someone that's taking medication just is going to play the victim and blame their medication, you need to surround yourself with better people. Hopefully if that's family, it's like, yeah, you just have to kind of brush it off. People need to be ready to help themselves. Medications are, for the most part, bullshit. Medications do not make up for someone trashing their health. But it sure makes pharmaceutical companies a lot of money. A lot of money.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Pedro, what are your thoughts on periodized eating cycles where one avoids breakfast and possibly lunch? LOL. Like intermittent fasting? Hey, Pedro, guess what?
Go fuck yourself.
How about that shit? Boo. Who told you to eat my cookies?
Well, I'll be damned.
Har. Intermittent fasting. All right, let me just answer this question. It's fine. Yes, it's fine to not stuff your face all day long. Okay? All right. You guys and your fucking intermittent fasting. Okay. Let's see. Crepes. Papa Swolio, how do you take care of your Viking hair? I wash it once or twice a week. Ain't that something? I shampoo and condition. I use some kind of conditioner. I think it's called Loma. I forget what it is, but Mama Swolio has it. It's really good stuff. But when it comes to hair, skin, and nails, a lot of people ask me like, oh, well, what do you do for your skin care? What do you do for your hair care and all that? Really, it's sleep, it's hydration, it's nutrition, it's the proper fuel. I mean, I'm getting tons of collagen. I get in tons of, bone broth or bone marrow and organ meats and beef. I'm getting tons of healthy fats. I'm getting out in the sun. All this stuff really does matter for hair, skin, and nails, especially getting enough collagen. Ren, Big Pharma doesn't want people to get well. Why would they? Where's the money in someone being healthy? How is a pharmaceutical company going to make money unless you're buying their drugs? You need to buy their pharmaceuticals. If you're not buying their pharmaceuticals, guess what? They're not going to make money off it. But I'm not worried about the pharmaceutical companies. They'll find something else to sell people. They'll find something else. So, if people don't buy insulin or they don't buy some sort of whatever, they'll buy something else. People are always going to have problems. There's nothing wrong with having medicine for people that are sick, that need medicine, especially emergency care. But when you think about it, most of these medications like ADHD, attention deficit, do you really have attention deficit? Or are you just not doing something that interests you? Are you not exercising? You're just taking tons of stimulants all the time. You're not getting sleep. You're looking at your phone all the time and your brain is getting scrambled with all the changing colors and the flashing lights and shit like that. You're activating. People are just activating their disorders. And then they're hiding behind this fucking acronym as if, oh my God, well, I can't do that because I have ADHD. I can't pay attention because I have attention deficit. You don't. You really don't. So, I mean, some people have a situation where it's worse, but guess what? For across the board, anyone that deals with this shit, they're usually eating shit. They're eating shit and they're doing something that's not interesting. If you're passionate about something, like whatever, you want to call it a hobby, you want to call it your career, whatever the fuck it is. If you're doing something that interests you, you're focused 110%. Everyone has attention deficit if you're not doing something that interests you. You put a kid in a chair and you're telling someone, learn this trigonometry and it's boring as fuck. Of course, you're going to be wandering and you're going to be thinking about other things. You know, you're in a cubicle for 15 hours. Of course, you're going to be fucking miserable and you're going to have attention issues because you're doing shit that's boring as fuck. Anyway. Whatever. I would just be very careful labeling yourself. These labels are really poisonous when you tell yourself that you have this disorder or you suffer from depression. Like, some of these things are real, but in the extremes, most people just don't have good habits and they just like to label themselves one thing because then it's not their responsibility. Oh, I'm broken. Oh, I have an issue. Oh, I can't change this. I just suffer from this. I deal with this. I struggle with. Okay. Keep labeling yourself. You want pity? You're not going to get it. You're still not changing your habits. You're shocked that you have low mood or mood issues and you never go out in the sun. You never eat quality food. You never exercise. You just don't get quality sleep. And you're doing shit that you hate every fucking day. You wonder why you're not in a good mood. You wonder why you don't feel good. You wonder why you're not excited about your day. It's a choice. It's your actions. Anyway. Just some rants and some thoughts. It's fucking Sunday. We'll say whatever we want.
You switch the samples.
As always. Savage. James Martino, Papa Swolio. Would you consider having a protein shake, breaking an intermittent fast? I suppose you can. I would consider eating all types of food. Sure, why not? I mean, if you're fasting, if you're not eating for a day or 16 hours or 18 hours, just eat your food. You could totally do that. I wouldn't worry about breaking an intermittent fast. If you're fasting for extended periods of time, you're doing like 48 hours or 36 or 72, then you want to something like that, easing into it, right? Because you haven't eaten anything in a while. But just not eating for the morning to the afternoon, like just eat food. So you can do that. Josh, my disorder is I can't get enough sick fucking gains, my man.
Yow. We choose truth over facts.
My man. All right. Let's take some more questions. Let's see what we got here. Cerny, I took meds for depression. Guess what? As soon as I cleaned up my eating and started working out, no more meds. That is some America right there. Good for you, Cerny. Fuck yeah! Very nice. TCAP, I had symptoms that resembled depression when I was obese. Indeed. Let's see. Dun. Pedro, did you have any good strategies when doing graduate or undergraduate level courses? What do you mean? Like studying, or what do you mean? I mean, I wasn't interested in school. So like that was a huge problem for me. I probably shouldn't have gone to college. Like looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have gone. I mean, I studied. I mean, I have a degree in exercise science, but I learned more outside and since then than I did in the school. I mean, I had the opportunity, really. I just buried my head in the fucking gym. I went to the gym all the time. My dorm was right across from the gym. So I just did everything around working out and training and absorbing as much information about that as possible. And then just doing what I had to do to, finish the courses and do what I was required by the school. But it was really just, a lot of debt and a waste of time, in my opinion, looking back on it. I learned some things, but nothing that I couldn't have been more productive with having a job and doing it on my own. But at the same time, the degree at the time gave me a couple opportunities that if I didn't have the degree, that door wouldn't have been opened for me. So it was like probably the last time period, like early 2000s, when a degree was really something like, hey, that could leverage a better position or some ins. It definitely was a good thing in retrospect, but at the same time, I'm very hesitant to be like, oh, I wouldn't have done this. I would do this differently, because you never know what would have happened if you didn't do that, butterfly effect and all. But most degrees are a waste of time today. You're just saddling yourself with debt, and you're better off being in the positive, working and buying Bitcoin and taking care of your health and learning a skill that's going to be valuable for the next century. Just some thoughts, just a little rant there. You can follow up with that question if there's a little more context. What's up, Jaron? Yo, Papa. What up, Jay Hogs? What up? All right, let's see. Tyler, Papa Swole, is it optimal to go on a bulk temporarily and transition to cutting? Is it optimal? I think it depends on the person. I think it's better to just eat properly and gain slowly over time rather than do like a dirty bulk. Primarily because if you're eating quality food, it's very hard to eat in an extreme surplus. Plus, if you're eating in a big surplus, you're going to tend to store more body fat. And who wants to get bulky and fat? Who does that? I did that back in the day because I didn't know any better 20 years ago. It's not the best thing. It's not the best thing. You're not going to feel good. You're going to feel sluggish. You don't need that extra body fat on you. You need a surplus. You need to get enough protein. You have to get enough fats. You need to do it properly, but you don't need an extreme surplus. I think it's better to just kind of stack on slowly, and you'll feel better. I think your hormones will be better. Your energy will be better. Your psychologically, you'll feel better looking in the mirror and how you feel and how you move. Pedro, yes, studying and comprehension of material, not a great test taker. Well, I think it depends on if your test is going to have multiple choice. A good strategy that I always like to use in that respect was to write my own tests. So write your own multiple choice exam. So go through the chapter. Let's say you have a test on chapter 7. Write a test, write like a 50 or 100 question multiple choice test that's going to challenge yourself on chapter 7, and then take your own test. And here's the thing, not only when you're writing the test, obviously you know what the answer is, you're thinking about the content in a different way. So you're thinking about it, you master the content more because you have to create a question around that topic. And not only are you reinforcing what the right answer is, you're also reinforcing the 3 wrong answers. And then you take your own test, and of course you know what the answer is, but that's the point. Like when you take the test, you're like, oh shit, I know the answer already. So in other words, it helps you go through and dig into the content and see it from a different perspective. So write your own exams is a good way. Good way to do it. Yes, and get plenty of sleep. CDez86, haven't caught a podcast for a while. Glad to see you're still going. Still going? You must, come on. It's still going. All right, you might not catch every episode, but one thing that you can be certain of is that we're still going. We're still fucking going. One thing you can be certain of, this 18 days later, we're going to be 18 episodes forward. That's the goddamn truth. We don't stop. Crips, thoughts on suntanning your balls? Every fucking chance I got. I sunned my sack today. Let's get a round of applause for a biggest sun your ball sack. 1000%. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know why I feel so fucking good? Because it is so fucking good. All right, drop a comment down below. Question, #AskPapaSwolio, and make sure you share the stream. Podcasts available everywhere you like to fuck your ear holes with knowledge cock, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere. Make sure you share the stream right now because we are live. You see me? Hi, I'm live. I'll answer your questions. You might not like the answer, but I don't care. Let's get another question.
What's in the box?
All right, Victor's 006. I'm 2 months into the gym grind. I remember my first beer. Should I start taking protein, creatine, etc.? You don't have to worry about that yet. I appreciate the question, but 2 months in, you just start. You need to work on being consistent. I would start learning about proper nutritional intake because a protein supplement, creatine, those things can help, but they're not going to circumvent or they're not going to make up for not eating properly. So protein, yes, is protein, but it's a supplement, which means you can add that on top of what you're already consuming. So getting in quality animal proteins, check out our content, the elimination diet. We love grass-fed beef and organ meats. And yeah, if you're getting high quality chicken and pastured eggs, depends on what you have access to, but you need a solid foundation of nutrition. I remember 2 months into the gym grind, focus on your food. Don't worry about the supplements and the BCAAs and all that shit. You're way too early for that. You need to focus on those habits. So keep on going, get that sleep, hydration, train hard. Food. You need that foundation. Right? You can't start building a building on the 4th floor. You need to build the foundation first. And that's your food, right? The 7 pillars. So actually, who was that on Instagram? Victor's. If you're listening, go to swolenormousx.com and download the 7 pillars. That's going to give you a lot of insight as to how to think about your life and how your training fits into that protocol. Because if you notice, the training and the nutrition are just two of the 7 pillars. So you need to make sure you're getting the other ones. So download your free copy over there at swolenormousx.com, you boosh. Thanks for the question. All right, let's see what we got here. Brittany Dubs. Sorry if this is a Matt Damon question. Well, just because you said that.
Matt Damon.
But how do you know if you are under recovered? That's a very good question. I wouldn't say that's a Matt Damon question. There's a lot of different signs. You can look up some interesting charts that will break it all down. They will label them as overtraining, but I like the perspective. You can use overtraining or under recovery, but I like the mindset of under recovery more than overtraining. I just like that perspective of it, because you'll see a lot of people that train, they do fucking ridiculous workouts once a day or twice a day. You're like, how does that person, they've built up to it over time. They didn't just start training like that. But also, if you're recovering sufficiently, if you train really hard, but your recovery is on point, you're getting great sleep, you're hydrating, you're doing ice baths or, cold plunges, you're doing sauna, you're doing foam rolling, you're doing yoga and mobility, you're doing all that, you're eating really well, you're going to potentially recover faster, most likely, in my opinion. I mean, I do. You'll recover faster than you would if you weren't taking care of yourself. So for someone that might not be able to, you can only train 3 days a week, you're too damn sore, but you're not really doing everything else properly. If you take care of yourself, you can start adding in a fifth workout or a sixth workout. You can start training more frequently with more volume, and that's the only way that you're going to progress. So some of the signs of, under recovery or overtraining could be elevated heart rate. You can have, let's say, maybe you're not hungry or excessive hunger, cranky. You could be like a low mood or irritable. Could be, lingering soreness. Your muscles aren't recovering as quickly between workouts as you're used to. So you're kind of sore longer. You're just not repairing in time. Performance like strength. You're just like, your workouts are like, you're dragging, your strength is going down or your endurance is going down. There's a lot of different signs and it's different for everyone. So one of the ones that I know for me is I usually feel like training. And when I say feel like training, it doesn't mean I always want to train. It just means that, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to do it. Sometimes I really don't feel like it. Like, oh my God, I'm stiff. Like I can't lift today. So then I realize, okay, maybe I'm a little bit stiff. I'll still do something. I'll do mobility, or I'll do, mobility, yoga, swolga, or just sauna and cold plunge and stuff. So I'll shift into some different aspect of it. So I might pull back from a resistance day if I'm feeling a little bit like really like, okay, I still don't skip. I just change what I'm doing. Maybe I'll do some kettlebell stuff and focus more on mobility rather than like a heavy squat day, for example. Jardel, Papa Swolio, when and how did the idea of the podcast come together? I absolutely love them since I came across you on Instagram. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you found me and you found the Swole fam. So we've been live every single day since actually April, but we restarted in 2016 to start the numbering over again, but essentially May. So we're coming up on 6 years from the first episode of the Daily Swole on May 8th. So in like 2 weeks, it'll be 6 years every single day. The idea of the podcast came together. I just wanted to start sharing all my knowledge and information and help people make sick fucking gains, and came up with the idea of the podcast. I know I see other people doing podcasts. This was like, 6 years ago? And wanted to do a podcast that was going to keep me consistent, and doing a weekly podcast or every 3 days or every other day, or it wasn't going to cut it. It wasn't going to be enough. So I made a daily podcast and just started doing it. And then I haven't stopped. So pillar number 7 is consistency. So doing it every day is essential. And, just got to start doing something. So just started going live and answering questions and picking different topics. And then of course people start asking questions and you start answering questions. And, the podcast has changed over time. Like the early episodes are, more topic based. And then eventually it shifted into, featuring a lot of members of the Swole fam. As the Swole fam started growing, there's so much great content and inspiration from the Swole fam posts, and good questions and good perspectives from the Swole fam posts. And, we get so many questions on all the different platforms. We're on every single platform possible. So we get a lot of questions on all of them. Usually we feature either the ones live or Instagram. And, we started covering other topics, trending topics, and we got into some more balls deep stuff, and the fat acceptance shit started ramping up, and, it adapts and adjusts and it changes, and the podcast will continue to change and adapt and morph as needed and as it does for the rest of time. So we're 2172. We're just fucking getting started, aren't we? We're just getting started. Got some moonshine. Oh, delicious. Delicious. And of course, for those of you that are just stumbling upon the podcast, share the stream. Share the stream. That helps the most. If you share the stream, that spreads it. Pedro, many folks focus on a training plan for working out. What kinds of practices do you have before bedtime? PG-13, that is.
Pickles.
Emotional damage.
Let's see, a training plan. So we always say if you want to have a good morning, you have to have a good night first. So if you are getting to sleep late, if you're not having a good evening routine and you think you're going to have a good morning routine, it's not really going to work out. So a morning routine usually going to set up the night before. So actually, in terms of, a routine before bedtime, usually I'll do the sauna, cold plunge. I'll have like that will be the sign of me shutting down at night, getting into the sauna. So that's kind of like my trigger, like my cascade to go into sleep. So I'll sauna, cold plunge, get back in the sauna, kind of warm back up, shower, all that stuff. So that's usually my trigger for the evening. And, if you want to have a good morning, make sure that you're laying out your gym clothes or your gym bag or prepping what you have to the night before. That way, when you wake up, boom, like make it something that that will trigger right away. You wake up and you grab your shorts or whatever it is in your bedroom. That's really important. Really important. But just make sure that the evening, understand that the evening leads to the morning. Oh yeah. And the phone's away. Phone's away, blue light, red lights are on, lights go off. You could wear blue blocking glasses or, the yellow glasses if you want. And yeah, start unplugging as the sun goes down. You don't want artificial light when there is no light. So it's a big shift for a lot of people, especially if you work an evening shift, that could be stressful, but a good evening routine is going to lead to a good morning. So good night is going to lead to a good day the next day. Steve, would you ever be willing to come out to Arizona and perform an in-person workout or Swole class? No plans currently, but if there's ever a Swole tour, everyone will know about it. But no plans for traveling. I've done a lot of traveling in my life. It's not exciting to me. It's like I don't feel like going anywhere. Maybe. I'm trying to think if I've been to Arizona. It's hot here too. I mean, it's hot. Get plenty of heat down here in Florida. Kaylin, have you ever seen a gator in your backyard? No, I don't think I've ever seen a gator. I think I've seen one like crossing like the highways, like going to the West Coast. But I don't think I've ever seen. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a small one. I've seen ones like on the side of the road. Yeah. Like in the canals. But not really. And not in my backyard, no. Not like close and person. It'd be like, we're driving across a swamp. You see something moving. You're like, oh, I think that was an alligator. Yeah, I don't like to fly either. Especially now, I'm not going to sit on a plane wearing a fucking mask for a couple hours. Suck it. They're still forcing that, right? They're still trying to get people to wear the face diapers. But like driving is great. Like a road trip or a motorcycle trip. Those are fun. I like trips where you make the actual journey. It's not just about getting to where you want to go. It's like the traveling part. And that's the beautiful thing about a motorcycle or a road trip. It's like the traveling is the journey. Kind of like the 7 pillars and taking care of your health. It's like doing it every day is the journey. It's not even the end goal. It's like doing it every day, like doing what I do every day, eating properly and training hard and taking care of my health, but doing things that challenge me in that sense. That's the beauty of it. That's the fun part. Kaylin, I was looking at houses in Tampa and was wondering if many are there. I don't see alligators. It's not like you live in Florida. You just see alligators running around. It's not like that. I mean, if you're on a canal or something, like, you have to be careful, but you could put a fence up and shit like that. I don't know if there's alligators a lot in Tampa. I mean, if you're in a swampy area or on the water, like, yeah, there could be. Assume there are, but they're not like crawling around in your face. All right. Let's see. Penguin guy. Let's see here. I got that here. Da-da-da.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
What are some workouts that help for someone who is trying to cut? Has nothing to do with you cutting. Workouts have nothing to do with you cutting. That's going to come down to your nutrition. So these questions cannot be answered. They literally cannot be answered. What are some workouts? Let me just tell you. Oh, you do chest and back, and can't even answer that. You need to learn how to eat properly. Nutrition, my man. Nutrition. Muscle Einstein. Muscle Einstein. I'll say Muscle Einstein. Muscle Einstein. We need some fucking capitalization. Come on, Instagram. Let people capitalize their screen names. How to deadlift. Conventional if you have short arms. Do rack pulls or elevate. Elevate the plates. So use like some risers or some little, some blocks if you have them, and elevate the bar, the starting point, or do them from a rack. Don't listen to people that are like rack pulls are bullshit. Oh, get fucked. They're absolutely not bullshit. They work. Everything is a tool. A lot of people love to say, this one sucks. This exercise is terrible. Don't do this one. They're all tools. It depends on what you respond best to. I've done plenty of rack pulls. They're fucking great. Anyway, you can just put some blocks under the actual weights themselves. So elevate it up like 6 or 7 inches and you'll be fine. Most people should be doing deadlifts from an elevated position. There's no need to, most people have poor hip mobility and spinal mobility. So there's really no reason to risk your back to deadlift from the ground. Everyone has different limb lengths and then everyone's trying to deadlift from the same fucking position. It doesn't make sense. So elevate it. Just elevate the bar. Unless you're competing, you don't need to follow anyone else's bullshit. So seriously, just get a couple like blocks, put the weights, the bar on top of it. So the weights are on top of the blocks and deadlift there. Boom, problem solved. You're going to feel it in the right places. You're going to feel amazing. You don't have to deadlift from the fucking ground. Everyone's trying to be like deadlift from the ground. It's like an SAT exam. SATs are fucking bullshit. Not everyone's going to have the same arm length. Not everyone's going to have the same. So some people are going to crush that test and some people are going to suck at it. Some people are going to be great at deadlifts. Some people are going to suck at it. So adjust it, manipulate it, use a hex bar, like adjust the bar you use for a deadlift. You don't have to do a competition level deadlift. The reason why people all do it the same way, it's because of competitions. If you have a competition, you have to standardize the lift. You have to have the same weights, the same calibrated weights in the same place. You have the same rules for the lockout, the clear, whatever it is. You have to have everyone doing something the same way. That's why the kettlebells, if you don't know, the soft style, the competition kettlebells, they're all the same size. They all have the same window. They're just different weights, different densities, but they all are all the same size. Now, the hard style kettlebells, which I prefer, I hate the fucking soft style ones. I don't like them at all. The hard style ones, the grip will increase, thicker grip, and the bigger the weight. So you can't standardize that. So someone with bigger hands, for example, would have an advantage with the heavier weights. In other words, with the competition kettlebell, as per its name, standardizes the grip and standardizes the window. So that way across the board, it's not about your hand size, for example. It's about the form and the technique. All right. Good questions so far. Good questions. True Lies 20. Good name. Good movie. How do I stop eating fatting food? Fatting food. How do I stop eating it? You mean shit food? How do you stop eating garbage food? How do you stop trashing your body? By actually giving a shit. By actually caring and setting better habits and stop putting that fucking crap in your mouth. Get it out of your house. Stop going and eating that shit. If you have friends that always eat that crap and encourage you to eat it, get new fucking friends. Don't go with them. Eat real fucking food. Get focused. Join the Swole fam. Follow the 7 pillars. How do I stop eating fatting food or fast food? Really, it's as simple as stop eating it. There's no like, well, you do this. You don't eat it. Like, it doesn't go in your mouth. Like, would you put a dirty, bleeding AIDS dick covered in COVID in your mouth? No, you probably wouldn't. So just don't, this threshold right here, just don't put it past. Don't break the threshold. Don't break the threshold. All right. Amar. Oh, that was all right. That was good.
Great Scott!
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is a man. Amarthrindra. How to stay motivated and focused after multiple failures. Well, depends on what you're trying to accomplish, but failures can lead to success if you're learning from your failures. Just because you had a failure doesn't mean anything. Everyone fails. The problem or the issue is what happens after your failure. Either you win or you learn. If you lost, you learn. If you made a mistake, learn from it and don't make that mistake again and learn from it and do better the next time. So if it's something that you really want and something that you're really, set on accomplishing, then you're the only one that can get in your way. Most people in life are just in their own way. They're in their own way. Once you get out of your own way, then everything opens up. All right. Yeah, keep the dirty dicks out of your mouth. Everyone knows that. I guess not everyone knows that. That's not even a question. Let's see. Merowain Bowendi. Okay, hold on a second. Merowain Benodina. Cool name. 10,000 steps a day and still a fat ass. I don't want that. Any advices? Yeah, who cares how many steps you have a day if you want to make some fucking gains? Fuck those goddamn steps. Bullshit. All right, 10,000 steps a day. I'll tell you what, people that are muscular and lean, no one cares about their steps. I have never looked at my steps. I don't care how many steps I take a day. Go for a walk. Enjoy it. All right, do some sprints, lift weights. I'll call you M-Bone. You need to lift weights, lift heavy, eat properly. You don't want to be a fat fuck, build muscle. You have to build muscle and eat properly. Check out our content on the elimination diet. SwoleNumberSex.com. Download the 7 pillars, get started, check out the blog. Yeah. Forget the fucking steps. 10,000 steps a day is literally like the 6-foot rule when it came to COVID. Just a bullshit, arbitrary fucking number. It's like, 6 feet, not 5 feet. You can't go outside after 10 o'clock, I guess. COVID's the boogeyman. It comes out creeping at night. Dun, 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 dun. 10,000 steps. Why not 9,000? Why not 11,000? It's just a fucking number. It's a round, flat number. That's why everyone wants to lose 25 pounds or 50 pounds or 75 or 100. It's a nice, flat, round number that, I don't know, sounds like a level of importance to the individual. And so they hold on to it like it's a fucking life raft. Fuck the steps. I'm not saying don't go walking, but you don't need to be like, I hit 10,000. Now I'm going to be lean. You could walk all you fucking want. You're not going to have abs and be muscular. You're still going to be like skinny fat. Build some muscle. Build muscle. Build muscle. Build muscle. Lift heavy weights. Build muscle. Hello? Build some fucking muscle. Hi, my name is Papa Swolio. Build some fucking muscle. Jesus Christ. Build muscle. Yow. Fucking goddamn steps. I don't care if you take 5 steps as long as they take you to the fucking gym. Bikes and knives. Weightlifting belts. Do I need them? No, you don't. And there you have it.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
Belts aren't evil in themselves. If you have one that's properly sized and fitted for maximum sets, it can help you increase like thoracic and, pressure but inside and allow you to produce more force. But, maybe for power lifters or for people that are experienced with maximal lifts, but if you're a beginner, you don't need weightlifting belts. And when you're a beginner in the gym, you should be doing nothing of the sort that will require you to put on a belt for like maximum lifts. If you're a beginner in the gym, there's no need for a belt. You need to practice proper form and the fundamentals. The last thing you need is to be strapping on a belt and doing a max set. Kaylin, add some weight to those steps and lift and eat liver. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Steffi, I know a woman who she walks 3 miles a day, but eats like she walked 10. Can't figure out why she doesn't lose weight. Yeah, shocker. Shocker. Lacey, I trained and competed for 10 years without a belt. My core is strong as fuck from it. Damn right. Good for you. Good for you. All right. Nothing wrong with belts, but a lot of people like anything. There's a certain way to spot someone properly. There's a certain way to wear a belt properly. You don't just get any fucking cheap ass belt, and there's certain ways to wear it and certain types that are going to be better. And just remember, a belt doesn't keep you from getting injured. A belt doesn't give you good form. A belt doesn't give you good nutrition. A belt doesn't help you sleep better. A belt doesn't meditate for you. It's like, it's a fucking goddamn belt, man. All right, CS Lovett. We'll take a couple more questions. Almost done. So if you got questions at the buzzer, drop in the comments down below. And this episode will be up shortly after the live stream. Don't be sitting here and not share it. Share the Mancast right now. Let's get some soundboard.
I am the danger.
Share the stream. CS Lovett. Train 5x5 plus 5 pounds every session. What's best cardio on off days without hindering strength gains? Go for a walk. Do some sled work. Do some sprints. Yeah, I mean, do some kettlebells, some mace bell, go in the sauna. You get cardio mimicking benefits in the sauna. You know, if you're doing heavy strength training, you shouldn't be doing intense cardio, but you can just, again, go for a walk, like walk your dog. Walking's great. Walking's great. Long walks are fantastic. For me, it's either long walks or it's sprints. It's sprints. I was doing sled today. I'll do sprints with the dog. I'll do mace bell stuff. I'll do Indian club. I'll do sandbag work. There's a lot of ways to get your cardio up. It doesn't have to be like run, putting a lot, slamming your heels into the ground, running on concrete. You know, if you run properly and you build up to it, you could do some running, but I think it's much better to do sprint work or, cardio, doing some kind of mobility and some kind of like circuit, like doing, I don't know, let's say 50 or 100 sandbag cleans or doing mace bell for 20 minutes, and just, you grab a light one. If you have a couple of mace bells, you grab a really light one, like a 10 or 15 pounder. You just do like 30 reps one side. Like you're sweating, you're working your grip strength too. I mean, you're getting cardio. You don't just have to walk to get cardio, just moving your body and, putting your cardiovascular system in a position to need to increase the rate of blood expulsion to the muscles. Like it could be upper body and lower body. You could do both. Different ways to do it. Alan Marion 21. Can you do a tutorial for cardio with no equipments? All our training content is inside Swolenormous X, so you're more than welcome to check out our website. But cardio with no equipments, go for a walk. There you go. Go for a walk. You don't have to do like all this HIIT training and burpees and shit like that. You can just go for a walk. There's a lot of cardio questions today. And again, cardio is like salt and pepper. If you use that kind of stuff, it's a spice. It's a seasoning. It doesn't have to be the foundation of your training. Cardiovascular capacity is good. It's good to do cardio. It really depends on the benefits that you're trying to look for. Are you trying to build aesthetics? Are you trying to get lean? You shouldn't be doing tons and tons of cardio, destroying yourself. Most people are focused way too much on cardio because it's easier. Cardio is easier. It is. All you're doing is like walking or moving or on a machine. It's easier. You don't have to push yourself as hard. A fact, there's no resistance there, which is why certain types of cardio, like explosive cardio, doing sprints, doing wind sprints, doing hill sprints, doing sled work, these things are actually benefiting you and benefiting your muscles in a different way rather than just low intensity cardio. I think doing more interval cardio, doing more high intensity, or doing something like I mentioned before, but cardio with no equipment, go for a walk. Go for a walk, swim. There's all different types of, things that can elevate your heart rate. Tina Fitzgerald 1, do you have cheat days? Do you indulge ever? I indulge every fucking day. We talk about cheat days. I don't believe in the concept of cheat days. I used to. It's a great justification to make excuses to eat absolute garbage, which is what people do. I don't find it cheating. Like today, I'm going to have some ribeyes. We're going to have some shrimp and probably sweet potatoes and fruit. And like, that's indulging. I indulge every time I eat because I love the food that I consume and I feel amazing. So I don't have a need to cheat. And it's not that I have sitting here all high and mighty, like I eat my food and that's my indulging and I am too good for cheat days. I just don't think of it like that. Most of the stuff that people claim to crave, it just doesn't look like food, doesn't smell or look appetizing, and I want to put that in my body because I don't feel like feeling like garbage. So I don't consider it a cheat day. I eat what I want of the foods that work best for me, and I eat as much as I want when I want. I'll eat as much steak as I want, ground beef as I want. I'll eat as much eggs or bacon. You just get full. I get full. I fuel up and I eat what feels best for me in the moment, meat and fruit most part. And then I'm full and I don't need more food. If I want something, you guys know, I used to eat Sour Patch Kids and that shit years ago. It's garbage. It's trash. I have a bowl of berries and I'm great. Plus, once you actually reset your taste buds, fruit is super sweet. It's delicious. And everything else is made hyper palatable. So everything else, all this junk food that people claim to want all the time, it just starts tasting disgusting because you realize how chock full of chemicals it is and just created in order to hyper stimulate you. And it's overloading. It's too much. It's too much. The healthier you eat, the more properly, and when I say healthy, the more properly you eat for your individual needs, the more drastic a detour any of those garbage foods will cause you. You'll eat that food and it's really going to sidetrack you. It's really going to feel like shit. The better you eat for you, those foods just stop being enticing. It's really unlearning. It's unlearning. It's unloading. It's uninstalling the operating system and all the lies and all the continuous deception that has been foisted upon you from the education system, from the government, from mainstream media, all this bullshit. It's uninstalling, taking it under your own control, thinking for yourself as an individual, not following everyone else blindly like a fucking sheep unless you want to eat corn and soy all fucking day. And eating real goddamn food will change your life. Change your life. Daniel Allison 40, what's your post-workout meal snack? I'll have either unflavored grass-fed whey isolate, or I'll have some fruit, or I'll eat some food right away. I'll have some beef jerky or something. I'll just start smashing food. So we're making, I trained before we did the podcast. Then we're going to have dinner. So just eat your food. Some people like a shake after. Maybe it takes you an hour to get home. So then you might want to bring something with you, some fruit, maybe a protein shake or something. But then, when you're home, eat your food. You don't have to worry about the anabolic window. Just eat food. Eat your food. Or honey. I love honey. Honey sometimes I'll have before my workout. Or during the workout, I just crave some honey. I'll just big old fucking tablespoon of honey. Sweetie Peachy, will you run for the presidential? I already am. Papa Swolio 2024. Don't you know? Check it out. papaswolio.com. Get your apparel right now, beaches. I am running. Gonna make America swole. You fucking know. Of course I'm running. Of course I am. I don't want to win, but I'm running. I don't want to be president. I just want to make sick fucking gains. Come on, man. Come on. I got the Swole fam to lead. I don't got time for the fucking country. A bunch of fat, lazy fucks that don't want to do anything with their lives. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Jardel, what age did you start training and what initially made you want to get big into training? I wanted to be healthy and I wanted to build muscles. What age? I started lifting in high school. And Joe, it's not make America swole again. America was never fucking swole. Never swole. America has been fat compared to European countries since the 30s and 40s. So we need to make America swole, period. Period. Not again, period. Let's make America swole for the first time ever. Let's see. Bastian BRZ. Papa Swole, is there a crucial connection between your social status and your health? Like a correlation? Depends. Socioeconomic or social status. Like there's a difference. So there's a lot of connections and correlations and stuff like that. So, it depends on how you mean social. If you mean like having money, like you have ability to purchase food and to access to healthcare, but like we all know, healthcare doesn't mean that you're healthy. Healthcare is really sick care. So having more money, you can go to the doctor when you're sick. It's like, well, you shouldn't be getting sick. You should be taking care of your health so you avoid most of the things that people go to the doctor for are completely avoidable with lifestyle habits. So of course you break your leg, you go and you get your leg set, but that's not going to be something that your health is at risk for. I mean, everyone can go to the hospital or the ER and you'll get your leg set. You'll just be in medical debt the rest of your fucking life. So yeah, there's a lot of correlations, but you can't just make a one-off because there are a lot of success stories. There are a lot of people that, let's say don't make a lot of money that are healthy, that prioritize their health. Like for me, I just want to live well. I want to live well. I want to have access to my food. I want to train. I want to lift. I don't care about fancy cars. I don't care about fancy vacations. I don't care about you know, I want enough to be able to do things, to eat my food, to train, to, you know, family, dogs. I'm very simple. I don't need fancy clothes, shit like that. I like to have the equipment I need for work, for podcasting, for what we have to do inside the Swole fam, my food, training equipment for me. It's like, you know, prioritize your health. People have more money than they realize. You just need to spend less. I know that's hard when you're dealing with ridiculous inflation. There's a lot of other problems, but fundamentally, most people can budget better. And one way, the quickest way to make more money is to spend less money. So get rid of your Netflix, your Hulu, your all these other things, and put that stuff away and invest it and build your wealth. There's a lot of ways to do that rather than, you don't have to beat yourself in and go, you know, destroy yourself. You don't need the brand new car. You don't need a brand new phone. You don't need the latest X, Y, and Z. A lot of people can cut more corners in different areas and then invest that more in their health, for example. So whenever someone says, well, you know, steak is more expensive or grass-fed beef is more expensive, it's like, who are you talking to? Who do you think you're fucking talking to? I know what a supermarket looks like. I've been there. Okay. I know what the chip aisle looks like. You go in there, family-sized Doritos, it's $5.29 fucking cents. So I know what you're buying. You're buying Doritos. I know soda's not free. Yeah, I've seen how much people spend on that shit. All right. Yo, Pringles, 2 for $5. Yeah, and you're getting 4 of them. So you're spending $10 on that. That's like a pound or 2 of grass-fed beef. So stop buying shit that you don't fucking need. Stop buying garbage and spend it all on quality food. You'll be shocked at how much you can actually buy. So, but I want my... Yeah. You want to complain, have everything you want. Well, too fucking bad. Make a sacrifice or shut the fuck up. Yvonne, I think it's more about education than money. You can have all the money in the world, but still be unhealthy if you don't know anything about nutrition and exercise. Indeed. Right? Goes the same way. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, fam. We're fucking there, baby. We're fucking there. And I'll end it with this. And make sure you hit the like button and stuff before we head out here. Make sure you subscribe over there at swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today and get access to all the uncensored content. I don't know if you know, but got another video banned on Instagram. They didn't block the account, though. They destroyed the reach, though. They literally shut my account down for the most part, the Swolenormous account. So if you want all those balls deep, uncensored edits, join the fam. They're all inside Swole TV in the uncensored video section. And that's where they're going to be going primarily because we can't even fucking post shit anymore. Can't post fucking videos anymore. Can't go balls deep. Can't go balls deep on these fucking platforms. So the censorship is real. So if you want to get access to all the latest drops, go and check out the new drop inside Swole TV. Check out the uncensored videos and enjoy. But yeah, if you have $20 to buy food and you want to go to McDonald's, sure. That $20, by the way, the $20 that you'll spend at McDonald's, you know that works at a supermarket too, right? $20. $20 that you'll spend at McDonald's will also work at a supermarket. So when people say, oh, it's so expensive, bullshit, you're lazy. Yeah, you're lazy. You can use that same money and go and buy the food. Yes, it takes a little bit more time. Yes, you have to use your brain a little bit. I know it's convenient. Why do you think it's convenient? They want to make it convenient. Why do you think fast food is convenient? It's so you can drive through and roll through and just give them a few bucks and then they'll just give you processed chemical industrial waste that is shaped like edible food. Of course they make it convenient. It's so easy to buy fast food. No shit. It's kind of the business model. It's kind of like the whole point. They want you to spend money as easily as possible. Why do you think Amazon, you can like literally tap your thumb 3 times and buy what you want? They make it as easy as possible for you to use Amazon. Why? That's why it's the biggest company in the fucking world, pretty much. It's because they make it, the user experience is very easy. You go through a drive-thru, you tell them what number you want, you roll up. You don't even have to fucking move. You move your left arm. You give them the money. They give you a bag of greasy garbage. It's supposed to be easy. That's why it's convenient. So you spend the money on it. Ask yourself how they're making profit when you spend $7 there. How is that a profit? They have to ship all that stuff. They have to pay the workers. It's because it costs next to nothing for all that corn and high fructose corn syrup and soybean oil. All that shit's subsidized by the government. It's dirt cheap. They fucking pay people to farm that shit. It's disgusting industrial waste. And they found a great use for it, making you fat and sick so they can make more money on the back end by giving you drugs, right?
You switch the samples.
Mm-hmm. So, too much info? Too much real talk? That's all you're going to get here. Fam, we got a Swole card to give away. Let's go. Who's got some Swole privilege? I know someone dropped that hashtag in the comments down below. I know some of you did. Someone did. Scroll, stop. Scroll, stop. Come on, who got some Swole privilege? Scroll. 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 No. No. No, we got one more. One more time. Come on, everyone's got a second more. You got a second more. Drop it. Come on now. Oh, I just missed one. Nope. We got a winner. Joe, Frosty Balls, fam. No one, there's like Joe and Tyler that were leaving. I saw through all the whole fucking comments. I didn't see a lot of Swole privilege for some of you. You guys been sleeping at the wheel. But Joe, congratulations. Victorious. Add that to the collection, bro. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2172. In the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Some of you guys spamming the fucking chat. Swole fam's upset. Settle down, fam. Settle down. Settle down.
Stop
Fair and
whining.
square. Congratulations, Joe. Send us that email. And fam, everyone, make sure that you are strapped in and you're ready to fucking go for tomorrow. Who's ready for a little accountability meeting? We got some big releases, and we also have some awesome shit that we got to lay down and talk about this week. We got a big week coming up. Be there tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, for our weekly accountability meeting live call. We will see you there. Manana. Falcon, take us away. We'll take some soundboard requests. If you got it, drop it in the comments down below.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Lee McIntyre, you're welcome, brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate it.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
Ever served in a forward area?
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball!
I better use my strong.
Loud noises!
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Are there any women here today?
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Look at her, she looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car.
Awkward.
Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night.
Chicks will dig you, or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Papa Swolio loves you. What would Papa Swolio do? He'd go to the gym and make some gains. Make some fucking gains today. Make some gains. He'd make some gains.
more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Ooh. Damn. I'm gonna use a limiter on that one. The quick release. Gotta spool that shit back up. Very nice, fam. Very nice. All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here. Episode 2172 in the books. Tomorrow, remember, tomorrow, episode 2173 is exclusively for members only inside Swolenormous X. Join now, swolenormousx.com. We'll see you tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time for the live call. And the Daily Swole, episode 2174, will be back here on Tainty Tuesday for the next public cast. So don't miss out on tomorrow's private episode, 2173, 12 noon Eastern time, live call with me and the fam, swolenormousx.com. Join right now, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday. All right, fam. See you tomorrow, 12 noon. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.